Konnichiwa! Today we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at some collector's editions of brand new Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive games. We have a super complete set and a complete set that we'll be taking a look from a publisher called PSCD Games. My name's Mike and this is the Retro Gamer Boy Show. $15.45. Buying replacement manuals for your old retro games isn't cheap, and that's why if you have manuals for your games, you want to make sure they're protected. Today's show is sponsored by retroprotect.co.uk, and they make these awesome sleeves for your manuals and for your game cases. They do everything from PlayStation to Xbox to Mega Drive to Super Nintendo. So if you want to make sure that your game cases and manuals stay protected, then head over to retroprotect.co.uk. I just want to start off by saying once again thank you to RetroProtect for continuing to support the show with their sponsorship. Now, in today's show, we're going to be taking a look at two Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive games that you can buy now in 2021. And we're going to be looking at specifically the collector's editions for these two games. We're going to be unboxing them and taking a closer look at the games inside. Both these games have been ported and published by PSCD Games, and I'll put a link in the description below for where you can find and buy these collector's editions of these Mega Drive games. So whilst PSCD Games do publish and port games to the Sega Mega Drive and Genesis, what you probably know them most famously for is their R&D project BioEvil, the Resident Evil 1 reimagination on the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. And you can check out their awesome Resident Evil D-Make in a video just over here. So the first game that we're going to be unboxing and taking a look at is the super complete set for Fight for Vengeance. Now, Fight for Vengeance isn't a AAA indie developed game. I kind of wouldn't even say it's like a AA or BB indie developed game. It's more of a home brew game from an individual that creates some interesting fighting games. Now, this game isn't going to set the world on fire. Think of Rise of Robots, that kind of quality of game. But the developer that is making this is making several fighting games, and with each fighting game he's getting better and better. So I have no doubt in the future that one of these fighting games that he puts out is going to be an absolute stunner for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive. However, PSCD Games did take on this game to port and publish it for the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive, and they've really stepped up their game for this one. Considering this was more of a homebrew game, it was interesting to see how far they went with just making this awesome looking special edition. And for them, speaking to them, this was a kind of test to see what they could do in the future for some of their bigger AAA titles that they're going to be publishing. So we're going to be unboxing this, taking a look at what PSCD Games have done with Fight for Vengeance. We won't focus too much on the game. If you'd like to see that, you can check out the little preview that we've done of the game already. But we will have a look at what goodies we get with this super complete edition. So here we have the super complete edition for Fight for Vengeance. It's worth noting that this is pretty rare to get hold of. I think there are only about 30 copies left if you want to get hold of one, and it's relatively expensive. It's about $300, but you'll see why in a minute. There's some amazing handcrafted work that's gone into creating this collector's edition here. So first off, this is the game box you get. This is the, I guess, the special edition game box. So we've got the logo here, and then we have all the characters that are in this fighting game illustrated over here. And then this over here is a Russian doll. We'll get into that later. And again, we've got all these characters down the side here. We have the PSCD Games logo and little stickers as well with PSCD Games on there. So a really nice touch. So let's crack into the game box first. So this is a cover sleeve. So we can take this off here, and then we have the PSCD game box, and we can open this up. And this is nice. So it's got a nice amount of protective sponge around the case. And then finally here's the game itself. Again, it's got this nice collector's edition front-facing cover here, logo down the side there, and then no text or anything about the game, just some screenshots from the fighting game itself. And then inside we've got I guess advert there for some other games from PSCD Games. Got a sheet of stickers. Stickers are always nice to get. And we've got a full color manual. Nice presentation. I love that it's full color. It's great getting manuals. So little games, modern games you get manuals with now. So it's awesome to get these manuals. So really just a breakdown of the different characters and the controls for the game at the front there. But a nice full colored manual there. And then we have the cartridge as well. And again, it carries on the style of this collector's edition with all of the playable characters on the front label there, and of course the logo along the top there. One of the things I'd love to see PSCD Games do is to have their logo on the back here. You see some other games developers and publishers do this. Bitmap Bureau do it. The guys that did Tanglewood, or guy who did Tanglewood, has that on his as well. So it'd be awesome to start seeing that on their cartridges. So next up we've got this, and this is a Russian doll that you can get. You can buy it separately from the website, or you can buy it as part of the super complete set for Fight for Vengeance. Open up the top here, and again, really nice packaging. You know, they've got a lot of foam covering this to make sure it's well protected. Let's see if I can get this out. Alright, and here is the Russian doll that you get. So we'll take off these tape bits here, and this is really nice. It's been hand painted, and you can see we've got the main character on the front there. Oh, a bit squeaky. Then we go inside and we have another character, and then oh almost dropped it, and then we open it up again and we have another character. And the paintwork on this is astounding. This looks all, in fact I think it's all hand painted, so handmade, so that's why they're pretty pricey. So our next character, it's getting smaller. There's our next character there. Let me just zoom in on her. Goes even smaller. I think we can, there's another and that, I think that's our final character in the box. So that was the super complete set for Fight for Vengeance. Next up, I picked up another game from PSCD Games, and this is the complete set for Foxyland. Foxyland is a platform puzzler where you play a fox who's on a mission to save his girlfriend. You traverse a number of levels where there's different obstacles for you to overcome and puzzles for you to solve. Collecting gems within a level opens up the door to a house, which allows you to progress onto a new level, and collecting cherries that are hidden around the levels allow you to unlock boxes that have things like extra lives in them that help you progress throughout the game. It's a really fun little game, and I'd encourage you to try out the demo. It's definitely worth playing. You can not only pick it up on the Sega Mega Drive, it is out on the modern consoles as well, but as this is the Retro Gamer Boy show, we had to get it on the Sega Genesis and Sega Mega Drive. So let's crack open these boxes here from PSCD Games and see what's inside them. So with the complete complete edition of Foxyland. We get the game with some goodies, and we also get this, which is, I believe, some posters. So we get the Foxyland poster. There's Foxyland, and they've also given us another one, and that is Alien Cat 2, which is another great puzzle game. Maybe one day I'll pick this one up as well and we can go through that. So again, it looks like PSCD Games have done a great job with packaging up the game. Again, it's covered in foam. There's no way this thing is going to fall out. It's really nice. They've even cut out the label tag there. And the quality of the boxes that they give you is just fantastic. It looks and feels like an original Sega Mega Drive box. It doesn't have that cheap plastic on it that some of the other games that you can buy have. So really nice, feels really authentic. What do we have inside? Again, just like the super complete edition for Fight for Vengeance, we've got our stickers and we've got a full color manual, which is really nice again. So there's our controls. It's really nice. I think I prefer the presentation of this manual over Fight for Vengeance. Fight for Vengeance was nice with all the characters, but this one's just got a little bit more detail. Different enemies, the worlds you can go through, a notes page, classic notes page as well. So really nice to have that in the box. And then last, we have the cartridge here. And they both came in this really nice plastic wrapping. So a really nice little package there for the complete edition of Foxyland. So I've had a couple of hours now to play with Foxyland after unboxing it, and I've got to say I really am enjoying it. The design sensibilities in the level layout are fantastic. The character controls are really nice and responsive. Doing a jump and then a double jump just feels perfect. It's definitely one of those games that you can see people doing speed runs of. It's not super long, probably an hour or two to get through the game, I think. I haven't finished it yet, so I'll have a blast of it again after I've finished filming this week's show and see if I can finish it off. But I'm having a ton of fun with it. Visually, the art style is really pleasing. They use the Mega Drive's color palette to full effect to make a really stylized looking game. There's a nice soundtrack that accompanies the gameplay, and the sound effects are pretty decent as well. Things that I would love to have seen in this version of the game for the Sega Mega Drive is perhaps battery backup. Whilst the game doesn't take too long, I think, to get through it, it's definitely worth having some of those levels saved with perhaps times in which you've cleared it and items that you've collected. But apart from those little niggles, I'd say Foxyland is definitely worth getting. And if you're wanting to get it on the Sega Genesis and Mega Drive, then make sure you head over to PSCD Games to pick yourself up a copy, or try before you buy with the demo on their site. So there you go, 2 collector's editions for brand new games on classic consoles. I love the fact that our Sega Genesis and Mega Drive is getting so much support with these brand new games that are coming out. Now Foxyland has been out for a couple of years, but Fight for Vengeance has only just come out this year. And it's awesome to see that we're also now starting to get limited edition and collector edition versions of these games for those that want to have that little extra in their games room. Now, if you like these kind of videos and you like checking out brand new games for old consoles or just retro gaming, then make sure you subscribe to the Retro Gamer Boy Show, and you can do this by clicking on a little icon just below this video. We make brand new retro gaming videos every single Monday, and so that you never miss a show, you can also click on a little bell just below this video as well. But if you can't wait until Monday, if that's too long for you, then don't worry, because we've got a huge back catalogue of retro gaming videos, 2 of which you can watch over here.